Your life has every rank in a spy organization. Rank 1. Recruit. Your story starts in an ordinary world, born into no wealth or influence. You grow up far from power. Your only gift is a sharp eye for detail. As a child, you notice micro-expressions, gaps between words and intent, and invisible patterns everyone else misses, while others see what happens. You ask why. As you grow older, you sense the world is far more complex than news and speeches reveal. You wonder about secret decisions, hidden conversations, and the unseen forces that shape history. These quiet questions slowly lead you toward a world most people never discover. One day, an unexpected invitation arrives. No advertisement, no clear reason, just a note that someone has recognized your abilities. Doubtful at first, you arrive at a hidden facility and find others chosen for unique skills. Languages, technology, behavioral analysis, near perfect memory. You belong here. The first lesson is invisibility, not power. The greatest spies are not noticed, they are forgotten. Your training begins. You master languages down to accents and cultural cues so you never look out of place. You learn to scan a room in seconds, spotting who is nervous, who is watching, who is hiding something. You train your memory to catalog every face and movement in a crowd. The hardest training is emotional. You learn to lock down fear, because a shocky hand or split-second hesitation can expose you. In this world, emotions are information and uncontrolled. Emotions are a weapon others will use against you. Months pass. You grow calmer and sharper, but pieces of your old life fade away. Friends and family cannot understand your long absences, and you can never tell them the truth. You feel the cost for the first time. Normal people share their lives. Spies must hide theirs. Your first test is simple on paper. Enter an unfamiliar area, observe a target, gather information, and leave unseen. Simple is not easy. Every stranger could be watching. Every slip could blow your cover. You move through the space in full disguise, controlling every movement and word. You collect what you need, and for the first time, you feel the split between the public world and the hidden one beneath it. Back at the facility, there is no celebration, only a quiet confirmation. You passed. You are no longer just a recruit. You have stepped into the intelligence world, where secrets are weapons and seeing what others miss is your greatest strength. Training ends. The real world awaits. You are becoming a field agent. Rank 2. Field agent. The training facility falls behind you. For months, every day was scheduled, every mistake corrected. Now, you are out in the real world, and danger is no longer practice. It is real. You are a field agent. Your first assignment is quiet observation, not the dramatic mission you imagined. An agent's core skill is not attack, it is understanding. You must learn how people behave, how organizations work, how information flows. Every person has a story, every place a pattern, every situation hidden details. Your job is to find them. Posted to a foreign city under a new identity, you become an ordinary traveler or researcher. The first rule of field work: the best disguise is looking completely normal. Your mission: a figure inside a powerful organization may hold information that could stop a future crisis. You will find the truth not through force, but patience. You memorize streets, map risks, and track your target's routines. Every small detail fills in a larger puzzle. To everyone else, nothing is out of the ordinary. To you, the whole city is data. Weeks in, you realize your target is not a dimensional villain. He has a family, fears, regrets, and his own reasons for his choices. For the first time, you understand. Intelligence work is not heroes versus villains. It is a world of people with conflicting goals and beliefs. Then the mission shifts. New intelligence reveals the organization is planning something that threatens thousands. You face a choice: stick to the original plan, or act early with incomplete facts. A mistake could expose you. Waiting could let disaster unfold. This is field. Reality you rarely have. Perfect answers. You decide, and you live with the outcome. Drawing on your training, you weigh every fact and make your move. Every step, every word matters. This is not a drill. There is no second chance. The mission succeeds. The information is recovered, and a crisis is stopped before the public ever knows it existed. Life goes on unchanged the next day. No one knows how close they came to danger. You learn a quiet truth. Intelligence's greatest victories are invisible. Soldiers win battles everyone sees. Agents stop disasters no one hears about. There is no praise, no recognition, no one knows your name. Back at headquarters, you get no reward, only a bigger assignment. In this world, success brings not fame but more secrets. Years pass. You complete mission after mission, growing comfortable living between identities. But every task takes at all. You build relationships built on half-truths. Make friends while hiding who you really are. You learn the lone lines of the job. You can stand in a crowd and still feel completely alone, because almost no one knows the real you. Your reputation grows. You are trusted with more complex operations, and you begin to influence events, not just observe them. But every step upward has opris. The deeper you go into the shadows, the harder it is to ever return to ordinary life. You are ready for the next rank. You are becoming ASPI. Rank 3. Spy. Years of field work have changed you. The uncertain recruit and careful agent are gone. Now you enter a new level. You will not just collect information, you will change the course of events. You are becoming ASPI. A field agent enters danger. ASPI becomes part of it. A field agent observes the world. A spy disappears inside it. Your missions now stretch for months or years. The most valuable secrets are not found quickly, they are earned through trust, relationships, and time. You are sent not just to gather facts, but to become someone else entirely. Your first deep cover assignment comes with a fully fabricated life. New name, new history, new background. Every detail is crafted. A fake identity is not a mask, it is a second life. And the better you play it, the more real it feels. You spend months preparing, mastering the language, until your accent vanishes, absorbing the culture until your actions feel natural, memorizing countless small details from your fake past. One slip, a forgotten fact, a moment of hesitation can destroy everything. The people around you will never guess who you are, but they are always looking for something wrong. At first it feels like acting. Slowly, the role becomes second nature. You stop pretending and start living your new identity. Sometimes in quiet moments, you wonder which version of you is real. Your missions grow more complex. You do not just watch targets, you build connections, gain access to restricted spaces, earn the trust of people who would never suspect your true allegiance. Trust is a spy's greatest weapon, more powerful than any technology. The most valuable information is given freely. You learn to read people deeply. Everyone hides something, a secret, a fear, a weakness. Words tell you what they want others to believe. Actions reveal what they truly think. Every pause, every tone shift, every nervous gesture is information. But the deeper you go, the heavier the burden. Every relationship you build is tainted by the lie. You meet people who care about you, who trust you, who open their lives to you. The hardest part of being ASPI is not lying to enemies, it is lying to people who care about you. Years pass. You handle high-stakes operations, where failure could spark international consequences. Then one mission redefines everything. Two nations are sliding toward conflict, driven by what appears to be a political dispute. But your intelligence tells a different story. Someone is manipulating both sides with false information. If undiscovered, a skirmish could become a war. Your opponents are not amateurs, they understand Spycraft 2. For the first time, you face someone who plays the same game you do. The operation pushes you to your limit. Every answer brings more questions. Every contact could be part of the deception. You can only rely on years of trained judgment. You uncover the truth. The crisis is manufactured. The intelligence is passed along. And the world steps back from disaster. And once again, no one knows you were there. You return changed. You now know Aspie does not live for recognition. Success means no one notices you at all. The greatest sacrifice is not danger, it is identity. After years of living as other people, you understand why so many spies struggle to leave the field. When you spend so long creating versions of yourself, you must eventually ask, who are you when no one is watching? Your experience now matters more than your ability to hide. The organization needs someone who sees the full picture, who can guide others. You will stop chasing secrets and start managing them. You are ready to become an intelligence officer. Rank 4. Intelligence Officer. Your role shifts completely. After a career close to danger, you now sit behind a different battlefield. A room of screens, maps and reports flowing in from across the globe. At first it seems safer, but you quickly realize the stakes are far higher. When you were an agent, a mistake could cost you everything. Now a mistake can cost thousands of lives. A wrong interpretation, a missed signal, a delayed call, and it can alter history. Your job is not to find information, but to find the truth inside it. The world produces endless data every day. The hard part is spotting the connections no one else sees. Each morning, your team delivers new intelligence. Border movements, political shifts, strange financial trails, seemingly trivial conversations. To most, these are unrelated events. To you, they are pieces of a single puzzle. History rare lie changes with a bang. It changes quietly, with small signs most people ignore. You lead a team of analysts and agents, many young and ambitious, just like you once were. You teach them what experience taught you. Technology can find patterns, but only humans can understand motivation, fear, ambition, hope, desperation. These are the forces that shape history. Years into your new role, a global crisis erupts. 2. Major nations trade accusations. Militaries mobilize, and the public expects war. But something feels wrong. The stories do not line up. Sources contradict each other. Someone is building a false reality. You remember your days undercover. Information itself can be the most dangerous weapon. Your team digs in, cross-checking sources and mapping patterns. Slowly the truth emerges. The public conflict is a cover for a hidden battle over perception and narrative. Now you face the hardest decision of your career. Your assessment will guide military and diplomatic choices. Millions of lives hang in the balance. Late at night, alone in your office, you reflect on your journey. The recruit wanted secrets. The agent wanted to succeed. The spy learned the cost of the shadows. Now you understand. The greatest responsibility is not finding the truth, it is deciding what to do with it. You deliver your conclusion with careful judgment, not overconfidence, laying out what is known, what is uncertain, and what can prevent disaster. Tension eases. The war everyone predicted never comes. Once again, life goes on and almost no one knows how close history came to breaking. You no longer crave recognition. After a lifetime in this work, you know it was never about being remembered. It was about making sure others could live normal lives. In time, you become one of the organization's most valued leaders. You train new generations and shape strategy. Eventually, the final transition arrives. The organization needs someone who has lived every rank, who understands the field and the shadows, who can choose between impossible options. That person is you. You are ready to become the director. Rank 5. Director. You have spent a lifetime chasing secrets, recruit, agent, spy. Officer, now you stand at the top. You are no longer inside the operations. You are above them. You create the missions. You are the director. The first thing you notice is the quiet. After decades of uncertainty, you expected power to feel dramatic. Instead, the higher you rise, the quieter the world becomes. Your office holds no weapons or medals, only reports, analysis, and messages from agents worldwide. Every document is a decision. Every decision has consequences. When you were young, you thought power meant control, that leaders had all the answers. Now you know the truth. Those at the top face the hardest questions. A director does not choose between easy and hard. A director chooses between impossible options. Thousands of people work across your organization: analysts, agents, technicians, researchers. All of them depend on your leadership. You remember your first day as a recruit, looking up at experienced agents like they were strangers. Now young agents look at you the same way. They see the title, not the decades of doubt, sacrifice, and lost identities behind it. You were not chosen for being the strongest or smartest. You were chosen because you understand people. Then an unprecedented crisis hits. Governments trade blame, militaries move, markets shake, the public demands answers and someone to punish. But your intelligence paints a messier picture. The crisis is driven by cascading misunderstandings and hidden moves, not simple malice. If no one acts, it will spiral out of control. Your analysts disagree on who is responsible. The world is full of noise, fear, and manipulation. Your job is to find the truth beneath it all. You spend days reviewing data, consulting experts, questioning assumptions. You ask the same questions you asked as a child. What are people showing? What are they hiding? What does their behavior reveal? After decades, you know the most dangerous situations often come not from evil, but from fear and incomplete information. You face a final choice. You could go public with everything, expose the truth, but that could spark panic and break fragile alliances. Or you could work quietly behind the scenes, defuse the tension, and let the world never know how close it came to collapse. Years ago, you wanted to be a hero. Now you understand. Heroes are remembered. Protectors are invisible. The most successful operation is the one no one ever hears about. You choose the quiet path. You choose to protect the most people, not for praise or glory, but because after a lifetime in intelligence, you finally know its true purpose. It was never about secrets or power. It was about responsibility. The crisis passes. The world moves on. People wake up, go to work, see their families, never knowing that someone made the right choice when no one was watching. Years later, you walk the halls of the facility where you began as a recruit. So much has changed: the technology, the people, but one thing stays the same. Behind every great decision, there are people working in silence. You look back on your journey, recruit. You learned discipline, field agent. You learned courage, spy. You learned sacrifice, intelligence officer. You learned judgment, director. You learned responsibility. You spent a lifetime in the shadows, but you finally understand. The shadows were never about hiding. They were about protecting something bigger than yourself. History will remember presidents and generals. It will not remember you. Your name will not be in books. There will be no statue. The world will never know the crises you stopped or the lives you saved. But that was never why you started. You started as a curious person who wanted to understand the world. And after a lifetime of secrets, you have found the greatest truth. The most powerful people are not always the ones standing in the spotlight. Sometimes they are the ones who quietly carry responsibility for everyone else. The world keeps turning. New recruits walk through those doors, sharp-eyed and curious, just like you once were. And somewhere among them is the next person who will see what others miss and begin the same journey. From recruit to field agent, From spy to intelligence officer, from officer to director, your life was never about gaining power. It was about learning to use knowledge wisely, because in an uncertain world, those who understand the truth hold the power to shape the future.